Welcome to Burgas, Bulgaria, and the European Cup Finals in rhythmic gymnastics. We are on the coast here today at the westernmost tip of the Black Sea in a place that has been molded by antiquity, but is just as remarkable for its incredible athletes. Because it is in this city that Bulgaria's very first Olympic champion was born. Nicola Stanshev won gold in the middleweight boxing competition at the 1956 Olympic Games in Melbourne. And Burgas is also home to a more recent Olympic gold medalist in Stephanie Kyriakova, who along with her teammates won the rhythmic group title in Tokyo just 4 years ago. You are looking at the opening act of what is going to be a fantastic day of rhythmic gymnastics here in Bulgaria. And we can hope for a competition that is just as theatrical as what we are seeing on the floor right now. The upshot is that this place, this city, is a place that generates sporting legends. And it's also a city where tremendous sports events take place, and also some pretty good theater. And it is that latest of sporting events that we are about to enjoy here. The European Cup is a very new event in rhythmic gymnastics, and it is one of the sport's most dynamic, partly because its finals format differs from the regular all-around competitions that we're used to in gymnastics. And for those of you who might be watching a cross battle for the first time, no, don't worry, it hasn't begun yet. This is still the opening ceremony. The top 6 groups that we are going to see today from the qualification round have been drawn into brackets against each other. And that is going to have a single elimination competition format that will eventually determine the gold, silver, and bronze medalist. And the 6 teams that we are about to see will compete in 3 head-to-head battles, vying for the highest score in their heats, if you will, with one other team. The better scoring team is going to be the one that heads to the final. And in that final, the top 3 will land on the podium. We will begin the competition today with Israel facing off against Georgia, and then moving on to Azerbaijan versus Hungary in what may be the most competitive cross battle. And finally, we'll be seeing the host nation, Bulgaria, versus Serbia. All will perform at first with the 5 ribbons, and then the 3 teams that advance to the final will be competing with the 3 balls and 2 hoops. And there, the highest scoring team once again will be the new European Cup champions. Bulgaria knows something about winning European Cup titles. Just a few weeks ago in Baku, it was they who triumphed. Today, potentially, they will have big competition in a new, intriguing group from Israel. Watch out for Hungary, too. They were the 3rd strongest in qualification, and they have something that some of the other teams here don't, and that is experience. And if it all sounds very complex, don't worry. In the fullness of time, it will become quite clear. From wherever in the world you are joining us, welcome. It is the European Cup, and it is in Burgas. The first 2 teams to take the floor, Israel and Georgia. It's been a very intriguing ride for a young Israeli squad so far. The 2nd best in the qualification. Georgia, meanwhile, was in the 5th place. We are still having the introduction of teams, having just seen Israel and Georgia. We will move on to Hungary and Azerbaijan. The Azerbaijanis to the right of your screen now marching out. Very experienced team there as well. and the gold medalist with the hoops and balls from the European Cup in Baku just a few weeks ago. Nice to see Gulu Aghalazade back in the squad. She did not compete in Baku, and today she'll be only performing during the first routine with the 5 ribbons. To the host nation now. Dressed appropriately for the photo shoot, a swashbuckling young group from Bulgaria, led by a pair of Olympians in Sofia Ivanova and Rachel Stoyanov. They were 4th in group competition in Paris last summer. Never count them out. The first team that they will take on, a very young group, very promising as well, from Serbia. Group members here from Belgrade and from Beograd, aged 16 to 22 years old. Georgia was the 5th strongest qualifier. Serbia was the 6th. And the introductions having been made, it is time that cross battle is joined. The first 2 teams to take to the carpet today will be Israel and Georgia, both performing with the 5 ribbons. Five ribbons, a new group event on the program. It will be here for this year, but not all the way through the Olympic cycle. And it's been quite some time since we have seen groups performing with the 5 ribbons. It's a wonderful spectacle, but the ribbon, as any rhythmic gymnast will tell you, can be quite a tricky apparatus. Very beautiful when things go right, but hard to handle if there are little mistakes that need to be corrected. And certainly that's something that we saw borne out in the cross battles competition in Baku earlier this month. Israel was the top squad with the 5 ribbons, and its opponent, Georgia, only 5th with the apparatus, 16.8, the score that the Georgians had in Baku. Meanwhile, Israel was some way above that. So you have to imagine that Israel is favored here with the 5 ribbons. But the beauty of rhythmic gymnastics is also that you just never know. Here are the Israelis. A new squad: Kristina Ilyan Ternovsky, Agam Gev, Arina Govdetskaya, Varvara Selenkova, and Lian Sureyevich. Sureyevich is only performing with this apparatus, 26.15, the score for Israel in the qualification. Oh, it's big, expressive work, isn't it, from this new and very young Israeli group. They are, of course, following in the footsteps of the Israeli group that competed at the Olympics last summer, that group that also won the World All-Around title in 2023. This group has begun very well. They took silver with the 5 ribbons at the Baku World Cup just a month or so ago, and then they were in the final with the hoops and balls, finishing 8th there. It does seem that this apparatus is their strongest. And again, we just really have to underline how young these gymnasts are and what they have been able to produce for not having competed together all that long. For example, Kristina Ilion-Ternovsky was an individual at the Portimao World Challenge Cup just last year, where she made 3 apparatus finals. That is the case sometimes in rhythmic group gymnastics. We see promising individuals go into the groups, and occasionally we actually see it the other way too, where people start off in a junior group and then break out into individual competition and do quite well. Just a lovely composition to that routine from Israel that we just saw. It's very classic Israeli rhythmic gymnastics. Lots of high throws, lots of risk, lots of difficulty, and all pulled off with a certain poise, a certain panache. We will continue with the other half of this cross battle, trying to top the team from Israel. This is the group from Georgia. Here are Victoria Gabitovi, Mariami Karasilidze, Marta Mirotadze, Elene Shaharabidze, and Salome Shishkadia. Georgia was 5th in qualifying. Sophisticated. That's a very promising start from Georgia. They've actually had a change in the lineup. Most recently, Marta Mirotadze coming in to replace Rusa Naneva for this competition. Naneva was part of the group at the European Cup, where the Georgians finished 6th earlier this month. They've been very consistent, both in the qualifications in Baku and here in Burgas earlier this week, Georgia. 16.8 has been the score both times. And if you compare them to what we just saw from Israel, it's going to be very hard for Georgia to take this one just based on the difficulty that we saw. Georgia's D in the qualification, just 7.6 points. Compare that to Israel, which had a difficulty of 12.3. But there's a real nascent sense of style, and it was a far more composed routine from the Georgians than we've seen earlier in the season. So it's going to be interesting to have a look at what the score is on this. We could see Georgia edging up towards the 20-point range, something like that. And like Israel, these Georgians are very young, all between the ages of 16 and 19 years old. The oldest, Mariami Karasilidze, she comes from Tbilisi. She's the team captain. And like a couple members of the group, a master of sport in Georgia. And we will endeavor to update you with the scores as soon as we get them. But it is most likely that in terms of that battle, it is Israel who will be moving on. And so will we. The second cross battle is between Hungary and Azerbaijan. Here is the team from Hungary, 5th at the European Cup in Baku 1 year ago. Competing here, Julia Farkas, Frigina Grek, Dalma Peshti, Dora Sabados, and Monica Urban-Sabo. That was an especially poised performance from Hungary. So nice to see the team captain Julia Farkas back after having to miss the European Championships last year, which were held in Budapest. She watched it from the stands, but now she is back and making an impact with the team. As mentioned earlier, they are far more experienced than some of the teams on the floor, and that's really shown through in their early performances. They were third with the 5 ribbons. 22.05 was the score that they bring in with them. This is a group composed of gymnasts who compete at MTK Budapest, a club that has produced several national team members. And Monica Urban-Sabo and Mandula Mazaros, who we will see with the 3+2 later on, competed at the World Championships in 2021 and in 2023. And in addition, Dora Sabados competed at Worlds in 2022 and in 2023 in Valencia. And they were 9th in Budapest at the European Championships last year. And speaking of the European Championships, in just about 2 weeks' time, that is going to get underway in Tallinn in Estonia. It is such an exciting time for them and for us. And we move now to Azerbaijan, the 4th strongest all-around qualifiers. And this is very competitive. They will be doing their best to eject Hungary. Here are Gulu Aghalazarde, Laman Alimidorova, Kamila Alieva, Elizaveta Luzan, and Daria Sorokina. Such versatility to their performances, this team from Azerbaijan. When they pick a style, they really commit to it. And they've shown us over the years, this highly experienced squad, that they can handle just about any style, whether it's Italian opera or house or spoken word poetry put to music, as we've already seen from them this year. That was a lovely, soft, graceful performance from Gulu Agalazarde, Laman Alimidorova, Kamila Alieva, Elizaveta Luzan, and Daria Sorokina. We will see the sixth member of the squad, Sofia Mamadova, the newcomer. She is just 15 years old, with the hoops and balls, provided that Azerbaijan goes through. And to be honest, that is not certain. There was one drop during the routine, and that could impact both the difficulty and execution scores that the Azerbaijanis receive. They already were at a slight disadvantage compared to the Hungarians, having only the fourth best score with the ribbons. Hungary had edged them in qualification by nearly 2 points. And so that may well make the difference. But we will have to wait and see until the scores are made available. In any case, one of the two will be on the podium, but those places yet to be decided. Indeed, Hungary goes through 24.05 the score, compared to 22.9 for Azerbaijan. That one drop of the ribbon having an impact and ultimately perhaps helping to prevent Azerbaijan from going forward. So Hungary, the winner, they will join Israel in the final round. The third and final semifinal will take place between Bulgaria and Serbia. First onto the carpet, the team of Bulgaria. And this is a fast-paced and exciting routine. Diana Atanasova, Victoria Georgieva, Sofia Ivanova, Alina Kolomyets, and Susan Poladian. They've been growing into this routine throughout the season. It's been getting better and better. Let's see what they can come up with here. What a beautiful, dramatic finish by Team Bulgaria with the 5 ribbons. They've really been demonstrating their quality at recent competitions. The team motto, they say, is that warriors are not the only ones who always win, but they are the ones who put up a fight. That came from Diana Atanasova, one of the new members of the team this year. And there's so many things to like in this routine. The gymnast's individual ballet training really showing through, but also lovely choreography, creative collaborations. And those things make a difference in the artistry component, of which Bulgaria has been among the strongest teams here. 7.75 for artistry out of 10. And if that doesn't sound too high, the score that they got for artistry in the qualification, you have to know that the other teams have not been able to attain that mark. And this is very early in the season. Everybody is making slight tweaks and changes to the routines, seeing how they fare in competition, and then perhaps going back into the gym and making some adjustments afterwards. In this routine, there were a few small trajectory errors here and there. Nothing major, nothing dramatic, but you could see if you looked, especially on the tosses and catches of the ribbon, gymnasts just moving a little to one side or the other to make sure that they could get a clean catch. And that's the kind of thing that chips away at the execution a little. But overall, it was very strong indeed, as one would expect from Bulgaria. Now, on the carpet, this semi-final will conclude with Serbia. Mina Kolic, Jovana Jevtic, Andela Mazribada, Nada Pesic, Tamara Stanjuvic, and Emma Tosic are the members of the Serbian team. They were 6th in the qualification round, took a 0.6 penalty. Let's see what they can come up with now.
You know you make me wanna shout, kick my heels up and shout, throw my hands up and shout, throw my head back and shout. Come on now, don't forget to say you will. Don't forget to say yeah, 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 yeah. Say you will, say that you say you will. And say, I want you to know. I said I want you to know right now. You've been good to me, baby, better than I've been to myself. Hey, you know you make me wanna. Now wait a minute. Feel alright. You know you make me wanna shout, lift my head up and shout, throw my hands back and shout. Come on now, shout, come on now, shout. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah, shout, yeah, yeah, right, alright, alright, come on now, shout, hey, 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 shout, come on now, shout, hey, 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 shout, alright, shout, hey, 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 alright.
A routine designed to put a smile on the face. The 5 ribbons performance of the group from Serbia. Like so many of the groups at this European Cup, they are very young. Andela Mazibrada, the sole veteran, 22 years old, from Belgrade. And on the other end of the spectrum, Mina Kolic, who also comes from Belgrade. She's 17. She actually competed as an individual with the clubs and with the ribbon at the World Junior Championships in Romania in 2023. So she's very practiced with the ribbon. There's a nascent sense of budding mastery in that routine. Obviously, some things still need to be ironed out, perhaps more practice hours in the gym to really put a polish on that exercise. There were some problems, as there so often are, with the ribbons in this routine. Not only trajectory errors, but we saw once or twice a gymnast actually have to stop. It looked like there was a small knot in a ribbon at one point. And when there are knots in the ribbon, the deduction can be up to 0.5 of a point. And what a beautiful routine that was from Bulgaria. And the score reflects at 28.7. Bulgaria goes through. Serbia improves on its qualification score by a couple of points with 16.35. So our finalists are set. We will see with the hoops and balls, Israel, Hungary, and Bulgaria. Very interesting that the top 3 are indeed the ones that go through. Commiserations to Georgia, to Azerbaijan, and to Serbia. We will have a break of just a few moments and get started once again with the final in groups cross battles competition at the Rhythmic Gymnastics European Cup in gorgeous Burgas, Bulgaria.
enamore, no. Estás buena, quiero darte, pero no flores, no. Todo se nos dio y ahora estamos aquí los dos. Tus labios con el hyper y tu cuerpo me venció. Yeah, me entrego a la tentación. Porque tú sabes, baby, que te adoro, no puedo ignorarte, quiero darte todo. Eres dueña de mi alma y mi corazón también. Yo te adoro a ti.
Any more, but you're my hope for the night. Give me more control. Let's slow down for the night. Let me know that you're down for the vibe. That we're down for the ride. We don't say bye bye. Baby, I adore you. I adore you. I do. Sigo pimpin' un poco. Who you been and walking like water? See like Mona Lisa, oh my joy, my joy. You see my eyes, and I'm on the rise. Oh, I believe body lies, but you gotta be smiling. Oh, these are the nights I love. 'Cause you know, baby, I adore you. I adore you. Can't ignore you. Can't ignore you. Body, my soul, and
You are looking at the European Cup in rhythmic gymnastics in beautiful Burgas, Bulgaria. It's a seafront city, and they've really taken that theme and run with it here. And why not? This is a cross battle after all, and we are about to see the final three, among them the new European Cup champion. But who is it going to be? Each of the three teams who have qualified to this final, Israel, Hungary, and Bulgaria, will be vying for the highest score. Winner takes all when it comes to the balls and hoops. Teams are being introduced now. 5 gymnasts will take to the carpet at once, although there are 6 on many teams. This is a thrilling occasion for all 3 of our finalists, but you have to wonder what Bulgaria is capable of. They are an absolutely phenomenal team, and they are, of course, performing in front of their home crowd. That is the sort of thing that gives you extra motivation, just a little kick of energy that can turn an already good performance into a great one. And they had a great one with their first routine with the 5 ribbons, 28.7 the score. And that is among the highest group scores that we have seen in any competition this season. So Bulgaria is certainly on a good way. Hungary, they will be on the podium. They will leave with a medal. That is already a triumph for this highly experienced team that has really overcome a lot of adversity in the last 12 months. Will this make up for the disappointment of the European Championships last year in Budapest? Well, probably not, but still, it is something. A medal is always so important. There's nothing like leaving a competition knowing that you have performed to the top of your ability. And getting a little piece of hardware to commemorate that, well, it's something that is remembered really for all time. And what about Israel? They are a new group, but they look like they have been performing together for years. So suave, so practiced, and so impressive. The Israelis have the difficulty to challenge the Bulgarians, and so if we do see any sort of mistake with the hoops and balls from the leaders, well, that could turn the tables, that could change the scoreboard. So perhaps the best way to sum up is to say that Bulgaria look like the leaders and Israel look like the chasers. But as anyone who has watched gymnastics, or really any other sport, will be able to tell you, just because one person does it in qualification, or just because one team does it in qualification, that does not mean that in the final, when everything counts, things will go their way. The cruelty and the beauty of sport. And we will begin this European Cup final with the team from Israel, performing with the 3 balls and 2 hoops. Kristina Ilon Ternovsky, Maya Gamliel, Agam Gev, Arina Gozdetskaya, and Vavara Salenkova. They were 4th best with these apparatus in qualification, 23.1, the score that they carried in. They'll be looking to improve on that here.
Sweet thing, lay down, let me show you. Colder, this ground, this light holds you. I am the Overwalker. I am the Overwalker. Sweet thing. overwalker. I am the overwalker.
What a rush. The 3 balls and 2 hoops performance from Team Israel. A team that really has seemed poised and assured beyond its years. They still are very young. Kristina Ternovsky, Maya Gamliel Agamgev, Arina Gozdatskaya, and Vavara Salenkova. And yet there is truly a veteran quality to the routines that they are doing, especially in this one. There was one point when a ball was lost and had to be retrieved out of bounds. The replacement apparatus was used, and to a lesser experienced, lesser practiced group, that could actually throw off the whole performance and lead to what they call a reset, where everything comes, well, to a head for 4 or 5 seconds while the team just gathers themselves, and that carries an additional deduction. This team, despite the mistake, despite the replacement apparatus needing to be used, didn't do that, and that is to their credit. Everyone just carried on, and the flow was not really interrupted. There will, of course, be something of a deduction for the loss of the apparatus and having to go out of bounds to get that. That will impact the score. An opportunity now for the women of Hungary. This is an exciting new routine for 2025, themed around, you guessed it, football. Here are Julia Farkas, Mandela Mazaros, Dalma Pesti, Dora Sabados, and Monica Urbanzabo.
Eu chamo o mundo inteiro pra jogar, é pra mostrar que eu posso. Torcer, chorar, sorrir, gritar. Não importa o resultado, vamos extravasar.
So rarely does gymnastics meet ball sports. The Hungarians have really developed something special here. Perhaps many of you who have been watching rhythmic gymnastics for years are thinking something along the lines of, we've seen all sorts of things done with balls in group competition, but almost never has the ball been dressed as a ball of a different sport. What a wonderful and creative idea. This routine, of course, developed around the concept of football. And if it seems that there is a kind of Brazilian theme to this routine, that is deliberate as well. The World Championships are coming up in September in Rio de Janeiro. It is going to be an absolutely extraordinary event. And many of the teams, and many individuals as well, have adopted some Brazilian things into their routines. It's all come out a little differently depending on the ideas of different nations. Hungary's is the first to really incorporate football into a performance. And what a great idea. You can imagine how well this is going to play out in front of a Brazilian crowd when it is done in the early autumn. And Hungary really came here for the experience. They've indicated that what their goal was to build towards the World Championships in Rio after a difficult last Olympic cycle. Well, they're going to leave here with a medal. The only question is, what color is it going to be? And here is the group that will determine that. The European champions, the European Cup champions, in Baku with the 5 ribbons and a chance to take the European Cup title here. Here are Diana Atanasova, Sofia Ivanova, Alina Kolomiets, Susan Polidyan, and Rachel Stoyanov.
बजने ते धड़क धड़क ढोल ताश धड़क धड़क भंडारा झिड़क झिड़क मल्हारी धड़क धड़क भड़क साली चटक मटक फटक साली दुश्मन की देखो जो फाट लावली बजने ते धड़क धड़क ढोल ताश धड़क धड़क भंडारा झिड़क झिड़क मल्हारी धड़क धड़क भड़क साली चटक मटक फटक साली दुश्मन की देखो जो फाट लावली
Well, this has become quite the dramatic final. Bulgaria's Diana Atanasova, Sofia Ivanova, Alina Kolomets, Susan Puladyan, and Rachel Stoyanov completing their routine with the 2 hoops and 3 balls. It's a wonderful, well-designed routine, but we can't ignore the fact that there were 2 major errors within it. The first error, of course, being the loss of the apparatus out of bounds and the gymnast having to go and get the replacement apparatus, the red ball, to the right of the screen. And then a few seconds later, perhaps while still flustered from the mistake, losing control of the ball and having to go chase after it. And of course, in rhythmic gymnastics, the deduction that one receives when one loses control of an apparatus is generally based on, if an out of bounds does not happen, the number of steps that are needed to retrieve the apparatus. So 2 big mistakes in the space of about 10 to 15 seconds in the routine. Now, Bulgaria has the highest difficulty of any of the 3 teams in this final. 12.6 was what they had with the 3+2 in qualification, and we will see if that is enough to pull them through over Hungary and Israel. Israel, of course, billed as the chaser coming into this final round, had their own mistakes. Really, just looking at the cleanliness of the last 3 performances, it's Hungary that made the fewest palpable mistakes, but Hungary does not necessarily have the difficulty to challenge the other 2 teams for this title. So there is suspense here in Burgas as the competition draws to a close. We will know the results in just a few moments. The judges are still tabulating, and here we go. Israel, 22.2. They rank 3rd. It will be bronze for Israel, which means Hungary is in the top 2. But are they first or are they second? What of Hungary? What of Bulgaria? Israel receiving a penalty of 0.6 of a point that could be for potentially a reset after the mistake in the middle of the exercise. Six-tenths of a point penalty is also levied when there is no control of the apparatus at the end of the exercise, but that is not the case here. And goodness me, the Hungarians have done it. The European Cup Championship in 2025 belongs to Hungary. 26.0 their score with the hoops and balls, defeating the favorite, the host nation Bulgaria, which had 24.3 after that unfortunate error with the ball going out of bounds. It's a phenomenal and unexpected result for Hungary. They top the table at the European Cup in Burgas in rhythmic gymnastics. What an incredible result for this team, this experienced team who came here only really looking for experience as they built toward the World Championships, and they have come away with gold. Huge congratulations to Julia Farkas, Regina Grek, Mandula Mizaros, Dalma Pesti, Dora Sabatos, and Monica Urban-Zabo. What a wonderful compensation this is for Hungary. After several difficult years, the team has really persevered, and now they have a golden souvenir to take home with them from Burgas. Incredible scenes here at the European Cup of Rhythmic Gymnastics. Please do stay tuned, particularly if you are a Hungary fan. We will have the medal ceremony in just a few moments' time.
Mr. Worldwide to infinity. You know the roof on fire. We go boogie, oogie, oogie, jiggle, wiggle, and dance like the roof on fire. We go drink drinks and take shots until we fall out like the roof on fire. Now, baby, get my booty naked, take off all your clothes and light the roof on fire. Tell her, baby, 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 I'm on fire. I tell her, baby, 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 I'm a fireball. Conquered, or should I say I saw I conquered, I came. This little chico on fire, he no lie. Well, y'all slipping, he's running the game. Now Big Bang Boogie get that kitty little noogie in a nice little shave. I gave Susie a little pat up on the booty and she turned around and said, walk this way.
I was born in a plane. Mama said that every word was on my name. I'm the best you've ever had. If you think I'm burning out, I never am. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire.
Fireball. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but I don't care what y'all say. Cause as the world turns, y'all boys gon' learn that this chico right here don't play. That boy's from the bottom of the map, MIA, USA. I gave Susie a little pat up on the booty and she turned around and said, walk this way.
I was born in a plane. Mama said that every word was on my name. I'm the best you've ever had. If you think I'm burning out, I never am. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire.
Fireball. I'm a fireball.
right now. Your kids got me hoping you save me right now. Looking so crazy, your love's got me looking so crazy, your love.
Young Ho, y'all know when the flow is loco. Young B and the ROC. OG, big homie, the one and only. Stick phony, but the pockets are fat like Tony. Soprano, the rock handle like Ben X2. I shake phonies, man, you can't get next to. The genuine article, I do not sing though. I sling though, bang bang, I bling yo.
It is now time for the victory ceremony at the European Cup in rhythmic gymnastics in Burgas, Bulgaria. These three teams affronted each other in the cross battles final, but only one of them gets to call themselves the European Cup champion. And today, that team is Hungary. All teams being honored here. The top 6 in the qualification made the cross battles final. And we are looking at actually the 4th, 5th, and 6th place teams. That being Serbia, Georgia, and Azerbaijan. Georgia and Serbia, both very young, very promising teams on their way up. They've come here to gain experience, to try out their exercises on a big stage. They will return and they will continue making improvements at home. But a wonderful experience has been had by all here this week in Burgas. And now just a little confusion about which way do we go out. Decisions being made. And there we are. It's always very difficult when there are 2 possible exits to choose which one, particularly when you're in a group. You don't want to get separated from your teammates. One of the loveliest features of European Cup and World Cup events in Bulgaria is that often there are cadets from the local naval academies who participate in the victory ceremonies, and that is of course the case today. And these are your top 3. The gold medal won by Hungary, silver to host Bulgaria, and bronze to Israel. It is an extremely proud moment for the members of this Hungarian team. And so well deserved. That new routine themed around football, just phenomenal. The bronze medal to Israel. The young team, Kristina Ternovsky, Maya Gamliel, Agamgev, Arina Gozdetskaya, Vavara Selenkova, and Lian Suharovich. Very young, but very, very promising. They performed so well. And silver to the host nation. Diana Atanasova, Victoria Georgieva, Sofia Ivanova, Alina Kolomets, Suzanne Poladian and Rachel Stoyanov. They are led by their Olympians, Sofia Ivanova and Rachel Stoyanov. So this is a remixed group for the year 2025. The veterans showing the way to the newcomers. And that is how it so often goes in rhythmic group gymnastics. Graceful and innovative routines are what we saw from Bulgaria here. And they are really growing into these routines. There's no shortage of difficulty in them. And there's a lot more to come later on this season. But on this day, the gold medal belongs to Team Hungary. It is something of a surprise until you watch the routine. It was just phenomenal with the 3 balls and 2 hoops and worthy of the title. There's also quite significant monetary compensation that comes with winning a European Cup title. And for Hungary, this is so well deserved. The title won by Julia Farkas, Fruzina Grek, Mandula Mezaros, Dalma Pesti, Dora Sabatos, and Monica Urban-Zabo. One of the crowning moments in the long and distinguished career of this group. And now we will have the national anthem of Hungary. The European Cup belongs to Hungary here in Burgas. It's an extraordinary moment for Julia Farkas, Fruzina Grek, Mandula Mezaros, Dalma Pesti, Dora Sabatos, and Monica Urban-Zabo.